The Cullen Cup champion will be crowned this weekend as the Westshore Rebels take on the Langley Rams, and the winner of this game will get to host the national championship, the Canadian Bowl final. A lot to play for Langley this weekend. The two head coaches join me now. Shane Beatty of the Westshore Rebels, Howie Zaron with the Langley Rams. And Shane, let's start with you. Take me through the mindset of your group and where the excitement level is as you get set to go to work on Cullen Cup week.
We're ready to go. We got everybody back healthy on defense for the first time this year. We'll actually start all 12 starters, and I feel really good about that. The ability to move Leo around from one technique to three techniques at the end is going to be big for us. I think Leo's a phenomenal football player, and it's going to give us some advantages that we haven't had. He played maybe 8 snaps against the Rams in the first 2 games. That's a great program, and we got to be ready to go. The kids are stoked, and our mindset's 1-0 this week.
Howie, what about you? Take me through where your group's at as you have the chance, just like the Rebels, to get your hands on the Cullen Cup this weekend.
Well, we haven't really looked at it as the Cullen Cup as much as it's just another chance to play the Rebels. The guys are pretty excited about that, and we're a focused group and we're a grounded group, and we're looking forward to having them at home again.
Shane, you mentioned the season series. Obviously, 2 losses for your club against Langley. How do you use that as a teaching point, or do you just say, guys, that's in the past, let's not worry about it? How do you approach that as you work this week?
Well, that was how they put it. After the first game, they drove the ball down our throats. I believe that was what it said, and that's the truth. That's reality. And what kind of heart do we have? What kind of character do we have? Let's step up and let's play some ball now. Let's get up there and show what we can really do, because they did pound the ball down our throat.
Howie, what about you? Those first two games, how do they play into the preparation for this third meeting now this year?
Well, I think we could take a few things out of each game, but I mean, for the most part, we're not, we don't disguise much. We're going to pound the ball, and then we've also got what I feel is the best receiving core in the league as well. I mean, we've got 4 great receivers. So, and the other thing is we got a Maximilian Joseph is 100% right now. And, last game is probably the first time he's been 100%. So, you know what, we just we added another weapon. And as everybody knows, Maximilian he's pretty dangerous. So between him and Pac, maybe we won't throw the ball at all this weekend.
Shane, I know you love to assess the other teams, the talent they have, what they bring to the table. Give me your assessment of some overall takeaways from the Langley Rams.
Howie just wants to impose his will on us. I think he wants to show that he's going to physically impose his will on us and show the rest of the league that he's ready for Saskatoon. And it's our job to get in there and do the same thing back. We got to challenge my kids to get in there and be just as physical. And like I'm telling you, honestly, to get Leo back is just a massive – Leo and Byron back is just huge. Haven't had all 12 together all year.
Shane, do you think that you can compete with Langley in a physical battle? Is that the best advantage for your club to take on?
Yes, I do. I know on defense we can. We just need to go prove it now. We finally got some big guys ready to go, and we've been playing awfully small up front all year. And against VI, I think we showed that we can play physical.
Howie, what about you? If you hear that they're going to try and be physical and match your level of physicality, how do you react to that and what that might mean for the matchup?
Well, I think I have to change my game plan. I might maybe run a little 6-pack, get the receiver up there, and don't spread the ball out.
I would much rather have
that. No, in all honesty, I think that's what it's going to come down to. First of all, it's playoff ball, so I mean, it comes down to who wants to stick their head in there, who wants to sack up, and who wants to take on the hits, and who wants to deliver the hits. As far as we go, listen, man, you know what we're going to do. We're going to line up. We're going to run the ball, and bring what you got. Bring all the guys that haven't played all year, and saddle them up, bring them in, and let's rock and roll.
Let's do it.
Howie, why is there friction between these two clubs? It's no secret. There's no love lost between the Rebels and the Rams. What is it? What's going on there?
I'm not entirely sure. I mean, for me, I like everybody, so I'm not quite sure what the problem is with the Rebels. I mean, they don't like us, and they pop off on social media after we put 47 up on them in the first half, and said we couldn't score many in the second half. I mean, to me, it's a little bit confusing, but it is what it is. I mean, so maybe the Rebels just don't like us. As far as we go, we don't like anybody. as much as the next guy, but we respect everybody. So I mean, there's no extra hatred for us. And as a matter of fact, I think a lot of the guys on that team are friends with a lot of guys on our team.
Absolutely.
Shane, what do you see?
It just takes one dumbass to post something stupid to ruin the perception. But we have a ton of respect for Langley, ton of respect for the coaching staff, ton of respect for those kids. They're athletic as hell. They're great offense. They got great running back. For Howie to say that we have one kid post something, he's a dumbass then, because that's not us. We got a ton of respect for them.
Shane, what would it mean to you personally, and what you know it would mean for your kids to hoist that Cullen Cup this weekend?
Well, it means a lot. We've done it before. I've done it before with Kelowna. I've done it before with JC, and it'd be huge. From 2-8 to 9-2 right now is a big accomplishment. But we're not done. Howie's created a monster over there. Howie's created one of the best teams I've seen in the 6 or 7 years I've been in Canada. I will readily admit that. Now it's our job to go out there and upset them.
Howie, what about you? What's the meaning of this weekend for you?
I just think it's getting another BC championship. We do have a lot of returning guys from last year, and you know what, they're not satisfied with what happened last year at the end. So, there's one thing standing in our way to getting another crack at it, and that's the Rebels, and that's how those guys are approaching that. And also, we got a lot of new guys. We got a few guys from the Kamloops Broncos program who's on our playoff roster, and I'm not trying to slight the Broncos whatsoever, but you know what? Those kids not only didn't get many wins, they didn't get a chance to play playoffs. So those guys are chomping at the bit as well. So, I mean, we got a lot of guys fired up and focused. And, at the end of the day, I think between their guys and our guys, they know each other very well. So also there might be a little bragging rights and a little bit of, trash talking in the offseason to each other when they're playing basketball or whatever they're doing together. So, I mean, I think both teams are going to come out ready to go, and I'm excited for it.
Gentlemen, any final words for each other?
Let's go. Let's do this.
Saturday, Coach.
Yes, sir. Take care.
Okay, gentlemen, thank you.
See you later. All right, bye-bye.